What's up, guys? Vegan gang. Today we're gonna make some vegan soul food. Like, you know how your moms and them used to make it, how they probably still make it, but the only difference is it's gonna be vegan and it's gonna be good. I hope you stick around to watch this. Alright, I'm back. So today we're gonna make some greens, some macaroni, some biscuits, some chicken, mac and cheese. Like, it's gonna be so much stuff. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe. I'm telling you, my mouth is watering just thinking about what I'm about to make. It's gonna be delicious, off the chain, very easy recipes. I'll link every single ingredient that you need in the description box below. This is so good. Like, if you want to convert somebody to veganism, you know what I'm saying, and you want some nice hearty soulful food, it's it right here. Let's get started. First, you're gonna start off with your chopped onion. You wanna put the chopped onion in a boiling pot of water. This is for the greens. We're about to make some good old greens without any neck bones, hog mugs, pig feet, any of that other crazy southern stuff that you used to. And also, we don't do vinegar up here. I mean, I'm from Maryland, and we don't do all that tangy vinegar greens. Our greens are savory and sweet. Not sweet, but just savory, you know, soulful. So you wanna take your collards. You wanna cut your collards up. I cut the big veins in the middle off. I rinse my greens. I let them sit for a while. I put a seasoning pack in the water here. I know it's not shown, but I will link the seasonings that I put in the water with the onions below. But you wanna let it boil up. Don't mind my ashy ass elbows, by the way. You know, just a little ashy. It's all good. That's how you know the food's gonna be good. So anyhow, you're gonna mix these greens up, and then you're also gonna reduce the heat because you just wanted the water to start boiling to get all the seasoning infused. So I'm just mixing it all around, making sure that it's all mixed up for right now. And then I'm going to cover this up, and I'll put this on a low heat on the back burner, and just let that go for about an hour to 2 hours. Next, you take your sweet potatoes. You want to cut them, skin them and cut them into shapes just like this. And you're gonna put this right into some boiling water, or put it in water and let the water boil. But you just want those to get softened. The only thing that I put in the water with this was a little bit of cinnamon. So I added a bit of cinnamon while it was boiling, but I didn't add any other seasoning or flavor at this point. I just let it go like this. So after the potatoes get soft, you want to switch it over to a casserole pan, and you just put them all in the casserole pan, and with some of that leftover remainder water, you want to pour the water into the casserole pan. Pour about 3 to 4 cups. And then next, I take a cup, or actually a half a cup of brown sugar, dark brown, and half a cup of light brown sugar, and I pour that right over the top here. And then you're going to want to mix that all in. You want those flavors and all to get all incorporated and mixed in. By the way, you want your oven to be preheated to about 300 degrees. You want it low and slow, and just let it go in the oven for about another hour or two, just to get it nice and soft. I also poured some agave over the top of this after I got the brown sugar and all in. I'm not sure if I had video of that portion there. So I just put it in the oven, spilt a little water. It's all good. I had to clean up a great deal. This is after it starts cooking. That's when it's about ready to come out. So next we're gonna do the mac and cheese, mac attack. So the mac and cheese, I do about 3 to 4 cups of unsweetened almond milk. You want to bring that up to a boil. Also going to have another seasoning packet. I don't know why I keep saying packet, but seasoning blend that I'm going to put in there. I'll link the blend in the description. So you really want to bring the milk up to a boil, but I added the cheese before the boil. I'm using the Daiya cutting board shreds. I only used 2 of the cheddars and 1 of the mozzarellas. The other mozzarella I did not add to it. So as you see here, I just let it cook down. You want it to cook down. Also have your macaroni elbows or whatever macaroni product you're using already cooked and on hand. Have it nice and soft. So after it's already cooked and your cheese sauce starts to melt down, you're gonna just add the entire macaroni, like 1 box of macaroni, to the mixture here, and it's gonna make for some cheesy macaroni. So if you see that your macaroni is a little bit too cheesy while you're mixing it up and it's already cooked, just add a bit of milk to it. That's all. Not dairy milk, of course. Whatever, like, you know, non-dairy milk that you decide to use, just add that to it. Look at that. That's some good stuff right there. This is my stovetop version of my mac and cheese. I also have a baked mac and cheese video. I will link that in the description if you would like. But this is the stovetop mac and cheese. This is my favorite one here because it's quick and it's easy. My kids love it. I can make just this for my kids for dinner and they will demolish it. So like I said, if it starts to seem a little bit too cheesy and too thick, you just want to cut it a little bit, add a little bit more milk to the mixture to lean it out some. Also, if you taste it here and you find that it's not to your liking, maybe you need to add a bit more salt, go right ahead and add a little bit of salt. I kind of undersalt the mac and cheese because I had a bad experience where I put a little bit too much in it. So I like adding a little bit more at the table if I need to. Next is your cauliflower wings. You want to cut them into bite-sized pieces, and with the magic of editing, there it is. Another seasoning packet, which will be in the description. You want to season your batter. You're making a batter. That's a cup of flour and seasoning right there. So to this cup of flour, you're going to add about 1.5 cups of non-dairy milk to make a good batter. And you want to mix it to, it's a little bit lighter than a pancake batter. So from there, you add your cauliflower to it after you finish mixing it. But of course, you need to have a separate bowl of flour set up, because as soon as you take it from the batter, you take it to the flour. Throw a bit of a seasoning into your flour. Of course, have your frying pan heated up with some oil in it. So you take your cauliflower, you dip your cauliflower from the batter straight into the flour. Add a little seasoning salt to the flour there. Go ahead and get out a little shake. You want that flour to be evenly coated all over it. It's the same way you used to fry chicken. It's the same thing, but instead of chicken, we're using cauliflower. No animals harmed in the process of making these cauli wings. And you see that? Either you can shallow fry it or deep fry it. Here I shallow fried it. And you just want to flip it every about 3 to 4 minutes. Next is the cornbread. I use Jiffy vegetarian cornbread, and I subbed out almond milk for the milk, and I used a very ripe banana for the egg. You mash that entire banana up. Boom. You gotta use some muscles for that. Look at those muscles. Those hand muscles. You gotta wash your hands after that because your hands feel awful. But after you do that portion, you just add the milk and stir it up. If you realize that it's still a little bit clumpy, add more milk. I think I added 1 cup for 2 boxes of milk, or maybe about 1.5 cups. I cannot really remember at this point. But I know I added it and it came out amazing. So also, you still have your oven going at this point. You want to mix that cornbread mixture up with the milk and all. Get that to like almost a pancake or cake batter consistency, and pour that in a cake pan. Once you get it all, all the clumps and lumps worked out, go ahead and even that out and toss that right in your oven. Mashed potatoes, who love those? Cube up some potatoes, take those potatoes and pour them in some boiling water and just let them sit for a while. After they sit, of course, that was me mashing them up, and I put them back in there with some water. That's just a horrible vision right there, but trust me, they were good.